Such a good intro. Whether you've played or watched on television, sports have touched almost all of our lives at some point. And some of the most prominent names in sports have come through the state of Alabama. News 19's Carmen Fuentes visited the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame and learned some of the influential names forever synopsis with the state of Alabama in this week's One Tank Trip.
The state of Alabama and football go hand in hand. But there are countless other athletes who have had such an impact on their respective sports. Think Hank Aaron, Jesse Owens, Mia Hamm, Charles Barkley. Just a few of the athletes that had such an impact, their legacies are going to live on forever here at the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame in Birmingham. And today, Mr. Scott Myers, the executive director of the Hall of Fame, is going to be showing us around, showing us just some of the generations of athletes that have come through the state of Alabama and have left their mark forever. Scott, thanks so much for being with us.
It's great to be here. Thank you for coming.
Why did the state feel it was so important to really honor and recognize all of these athletes, over 400 if I'm not mistaken, here in one centralized location?
Yeah, we have 409 current inductees in place, and you know, when you talk about the greats of the United States, quite frankly, that many of them, as you just mentioned, are from the state of Alabama. So we're very fortunate that in 1967 our state legislature founded the Sports Hall of Fame. It was always housed here in Birmingham. One of the things that's unique about our museum is we have over 6,000 items of memorabilia. The actual helmets that were worn, the jerseys, the cleats, the bats, the gloves, all of the different items that were used by our state sports greats. We currently have 3 Heisman Trophy inductees: Pat Sullivan, Bo Jackson, and now this year Mark Ingram. If you look at some of the small differences, look at the cleats on Pat Sullivan's. They're obviously a lot more pronounced than the ones over here on Bo's Heisman. The 2 men here, Jesse Owens and Joe Louis, I would submit to you that they had the biggest impact on pre-World War II propaganda than anybody in the world. These 2 African Americans from the state of Alabama had the biggest punch on Nazi Aryan nation Germany than anybody in the world.
Football is king in Alabama, but we just saw track, boxing, and there are countless other sports that have had such an impact.
Yeah, we have over 26 different sports disciplines on display here at the museum. I mean, when you look around, I mean, obviously you talk about baseball. Baseball used to be one of the biggest sports for the state of Alabama. We had a number of major league players that came from here.
What kind of teaching moment is a place like this for those kids that say, hey, even the guys you're idolizing now wouldn't be here without those people?
Well, it's history. I mean, it's making sure that we transfer the successes of our state onto our youth.
Wow, I mean, talk about inspirational. If you've ever wondered just how big of an impact that Alabama has had on the wide world of sports, you have to take a trip down here to Birmingham and visit the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. You never know, one day you could see your kids or grandkids in here.
Well, thank you so much, Carmen. Now through the end of August, we're showing you a variety of different places that you can explore, getting there and back on no more than 1 tank of gas. For more One Tank Trip ideas for you and the entire family, visit One Tank Trips under the As Seen on News 19 tab on WHNT.com. And Carmen actually isn't off today, folks. Don't worry, he is working on his next One Tank Trip, and it's at a pretty exciting place. So, of course, you're going to have to stay tuned to next week. And we cannot wait to see where he's headed for the rest of the summer.